Hello and welcome to We Never Met, the podcast where I have an interesting stranger on every single week, someone I've never met. And this week we have, you're known by on Instagram and in the web as the Makeshift Local.
Yes.
But your real name is
Anna. Yep.
And so I guess let's just start off with that, just to give them a general idea of like what you do and kind of in, at least on the internet realm. Mm-hmm. So first of all, what does Makeshift Local mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to do some sort of travel blog, and I wanted to decide what's going to set me apart from all the other ones.
Sure. Make it more unique.
Yeah. Okay. So I was doing research. What are some things people haven't done? A lot of people do luxury travel and gorgeous pictures, and I love them so much, but it's not me, and also there's so many of them.
And also probably costs a lot of money to do that for sure.
Yeah. So I've always just been a big local supporter.
Sure.
Kind of looked up some people that maybe have done it. There weren't a lot.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, local is going to be what I'm going to do.
Sure.
Focus on. And then I was thinking of a name, thinking what kind of name should I have? And I was sleeping one day and
it just popped in there.
Makeshift came in. That word, I use it a lot, like, oh, this is makeshift something. I don't know. It's like, that next best thing to what it is. Basically, the Makeshift Local is that next best thing to be a local.
Gotcha. And have you done it have you gone to other places too to do it?
I have not. No, Milwaukee has been my starting point.
Okay. Is that the ultimate goal, to go to other places?
Yes. Yeah. So I made that name and didn't put Milwaukee in it or Wisconsin in it, just because I wanted to keep it open for the future.
Yeah. Cool. So how long have you been doing it?
It's been about 2 years since I've actually started thinking more on it, coming up with, starting that Instagram. I didn't post for 6 months. After I made it.
Yep. Oh, really?
Yep, because I was really scared for some reason. I don't know.
I mean, it's scary to put yourself out online. There's a lot of mean people on the internet, more than in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I luckily haven't run into any mean people.
You don't get any bad comments or anything?
No.
Wow. That's nice.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
I've gotten hated on a lot on the internet before, so.
I'm waiting for it, which is an awful thing. You shouldn't wait for it. Yeah. You shouldn't expect it. But
it's unfortunately a reality.
Could happen.
Yeah,
yes.
How it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've gotten bad comments on like videos that I've done about like mental health, like in a positive way. Like people find a way to like shit on you regardless of what you're doing. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter what it is. Yes. It's just the opportunity to do it.
And I found people get offended with certain things.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Okay. I mean, if you open your mouth, you're bound to say something offensive to somebody.
So some people have gotten offended. I've had to really maybe step back and rethink maybe certain wording that I put. I'm never going to change if I have a caption and it offends someone, I'm not going to change it for that one person.
You have such a limited scope of what you could say then, if you like, cause I do comedy, so I do like stand up and stuff and like jokes. And if I'm like concerned about like what offends people, I would say a word up there because it offends anybody, something.
Someone's going to get offended. And
sure. And you can't let that dictate what you do. Otherwise it's not, it turns into something that's not fun anymore.
Yes. And I've learned that I think my whole way to go about the Makeshift Local is just do me, not really care what anyone thinks of me. I've been wanting to do unfiltered. Yeah. I'm going to offend lots of people. It's
gonna happen.
I have that thing where I get drunk and I will post videos and
okay.
I don't know, I could say something that offend people,
exactly.
but
that's the problem I have. I always try to be sober because I'm like, ooh, I don't want to look back on the videos that I posted and be like, ooh, that's bad.
Nothing has been bad, but I post things. I'm like, ooh, girl, you were drunk.
Well, at least
if that's
worst
what people
thing,
like, though.
But if that's the worst thing that you say about the video, that's not bad at all.
Oh, no.
Like, oh, you were drunk. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who cares? People get drunk all the time. It's Milwaukee.
That's what people enjoy sometimes about my Instagram right now is if I post stories and they're like, you're so funny. It's like, oh my gosh, I was really drunk, but
but I'm hilarious,
unfiltered, and great.
Yeah. Is that the kind of the scope of what you do on your Instagram? Is like, I'm just gonna, because to me it seems like it's about local stuff or whatever, but it ultimately is kind of about you. You know?
It's kind of right now as I'm figuring things out and figuring out the ways that it works, what things work, what things don't work.
Yeah.
I'm still in that scope where Milwaukee's such a cool bubble where I can figure that out before I travel around. But yeah, right now it's just my journey through Milwaukee.
Yeah. What are some of the places here that you've gone that you really like?
Recently, it's more like Bayview.
Okay.
Just the outside neighborhoods.
Oh,
that I've
like
gone
what
and
place?
I haven't really explored.
Yeah.
But going to the different restaurants there, and it's been really nice moving back. I used to live just downtown, right in the heart of downtown.
Okay. Sure.
Moving back to the east side.
Yeah.
Just North Avenue, how that is all just
It's
starting to grow
crazy.
again. Yep.
Yeah. There's a new shop on North Avenue called Beard, MKE, I think it's called like that or something.
Okay.
It's like, I got a really cool shirt from there. They were at like one of those creative fair things or whatever. But yeah, it's opening right next to the Waxwing.
Oh, okay.
Or close to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on North Avenue. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a lot of stuff there before and it was kind of sketchy.
When I first moved here, that's where you went out.
Yeah.
That was the cool.
And all those bars closed on that street, you know. But is there a place that this Instagram kind of introduced you to, and then you were like, wow, this is really cool, and I'm going to go back a lot? Like, is there a place you never would have gone unless you decided to start this project? Because I think that's what's cool about it is that like it forces you to go out and like see new stuff and explore.
Yeah, my favorite. I went in the summer when they kind of just opened the new Boone and Crockett.
Sure, yeah.
And then the Cooperage in the back. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah.
I
had mixed feelings on it because I was such a fan when it was like a small kind of cozier place.
Yeah.
And I mean, I went there like last weekend because I love their old fashions and stuff. But like, yeah, it's huge now. It's so big.
I love the building. I am
the
like
building's
a sucker
cool.
for old warehouse.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great city to live in when
right?
when I love it. Yeah, I found that and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to tell all my friends about it. Any event that the Cooperage has,
You go?
I go.
Yeah.
Because I love it.
I don't think I've been there to the back part.
Oh, it's really cool.
Is
they
it?
had what was it? It was like the naked bike ride.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do it, but I went to the after party because I was at the Cooperage.
Everyone's still naked?
Everyone was naked, and I'm
really?
Well, they weren't naked. They were like, they're tighty whities and stuff. I'm fully clothed.
Yeah.
Dancing it up with all these.
Yeah.
Half naked. I don't know.
Yeah. Partially naked. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dang. Well, that's cool. So did you grow up here or did you grow up somewhere else?
I grew up in the Madison area.
Okay.
Like a really small town between Madison and Janesville called Evansville. 6,000 people.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is small, yeah.
So I grew up there, went to school in Milwaukee.
Okay. College?
Yep.
Okay.
UWM.
Is that why that's why you moved, obviously? Mm-hmm. And then you just stayed here because you liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I graduated in 2016 from UWM. I've just...
Is there any other place when you were in school that you were like, I kind of want to go somewhere else? Like, is there any other cities that you're like thinking like, hey, that'd be cool to go to and explore?
When I first moved to Milwaukee, of course I loved it. Coming from that small town to here, that was amazing. But my end goal was always to go to LA.
Okay. I've been there.
That was my end goal. Yeah. Live in LA, live in California.
Yeah. How do you feel about that now?
It'd be cool for a time.
Yeah. For a bit.
Yeah. Not forever.
Yeah.
My end goal was to get through school, learn what I needed to know, and then move to LA, become an actress, make it big, become famous, and
be on all the billboards.
Yes, be on all the billboards, all the movies, Oscars, all that. And then going through college, I just kind of found that maybe wasn't what I wanted to do. I didn't have enough passion where I would be able to risk it all or work 10 jobs so that I could chase it.
I mean, there's so much that goes into that though, because similar to you, when I was in college, I started doing like radio stuff, and like I had this big. It wasn't as extreme as like getting Oscars and stuff, but it was like I want to have my own morning show and like a top 3 market and like do all this stuff, and then you start to do the things. Like I was on air here in Milwaukee for a while, and you start to do it, and you start to realize, well, maybe this isn't exactly what I thought it was. I built this up in my head a lot. Yeah. But like, it's not the reality of the situation. Yeah. And maybe there's other things that would make me happy, because you have such a falsified view. I think a lot of people do of like what it's like to be out there. When you get out there, you're like, wow, this is not what I expected. And I think that's why so many people turn around and go somewhere else afterwards.
Yeah. And you're also like, here's all these people that also want that same thing as you. How are you then going to stand out from it? You can't. follow the same path as one other person. You have to kind of go your own way.
Yeah, like how am I going to be different? You know what I mean? It's because it's, to me, what I've found, especially with when I lived out there for a brief time, it was like everybody is an actor. You know what I mean? And it's just like, first of all, like if I wanted to do that lifestyle, I have so many student loans. I can't work at like a coffee shop and pay that stuff off. Like I just realistically, I can't live like that. But second of all, there's so many talented people that want to do that, and so many talented people that are never going to because they're just not lucky or in the right spot. You know what I mean? It's such a weird combination of like, because I feel like some of the most talented people, they're never going to be in anything big because they're not at the right place at the right time. Or maybe, I think there was a quote once, and sorry I'm talking so much.
That's okay.
There was a quote once from a comedian that said like, the best comics that were ever going to be are probably not comics, you know, because it takes so much to be one. You gotta keep at it, even though it's like really hard, and like, you know, all these factors play in. But there's a lot of probably some of the best actors that will never be actors. You know, they'll be like accountants or something. They just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So there's just so many factors that play into that. It's hard.
And it's who you know too. Sometimes.
Yeah. It's a lot of who you know.
A lot of things I've learned in life. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
But that's cool. That's a cool thing about what you're doing, and one of the positives of the internet generally is that you can kind of make your own name for yourself if you want, you know, if you try. Because I'm sure because you have 10,000 followers or something now. Like I'm sure that doesn't come just by, well, post a pic every now and then. Like it's hard work. It's like there's a lot of back end stuff, I'm sure, that you're doing.
Yep. Yeah. I started doing this more seriously like a year ago.
Yeah.
Like last January, it was like 2018, I'm going to, you know, make myself known.
Sure.
Or at least just known in Milwaukee. That was my goal. So I would spend maybe 3 or 4 hours a day on Instagram.
Yeah.
Basically just looking up people that had accounts similar to mine, people in the Milwaukee area, following them, liking their stuff, commenting, just being active with them to get that follow. Then it took off.
Yeah.
From there.
It took off pretty quick though too.
Like, yep, it took off really quick. And then now it's more like it took off quick, and now I'm at a standstill where it's like, okay, well, this is great.
Yeah.
But now what can I do to get bigger and, you know, do more? So I need to do more than just Instagram.
Yeah. So what are your plans? Like, what do you want to do that'll take you off the plateau, I guess?
Do more outside of Instagram for sure. Because I was listening to a podcast, and one of the things there was, what would happen if someone took away your Instagram? Who would you be? Yeah. It's like, I have nothing.
Yeah.
Instagram is my jam. So like I would have nothing.
But I think that's true for a lot of people that are on there. Yeah.
So it's like what is one thing that you can do otherwise? Like take those followers and then do another one so that at least you have.
It's more about like diversifying. Like they say when when you're rich, and you should like diversify your portfolio. Yep. It's the same thing with that kind of, I guess. Yeah. So what do you want to do? What other platforms are you looking at?
YouTube. I initially came in wanting to do video.
Okay.
Just coming from a theater background and loving to travel. That's why I wanted to start this in general.
Gotcha.
Kind of mesh the two.
Okay.
So video is one thing I really want to do, and I struggle with because I'm a perfectionist. So if things don't go out according to plan, I'm just not going to post it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in.
I know. So I'm struggling with that, and now it's just like, now's the time, just post. Just put things out there consistently.
Sure.
That's my goal. So.
Well, a lot of people that do that kind of stuff, and I've heard people like Casey Neistat who like post very consistently. They are in a similar track where they're like very perfectionist, and they say that just posting more solves that problem because you just have to put it out. Yes. You just have to do it. And then move on.
And the magical thing is you get better the more you post
exactly.
it.
That's the crazy thing.
It's something that I can't wrap my head around still, but I know the more you do things, the better you're going to get. It just happens.
Yeah, it's a scary prospect though, you know, because even doing videos more than like stuff on Instagram, it's like, well, there's more of you out there now, so there's more of you to criticize, and there's it's a scarier prospect for sure.
And it's not that I care about what other people criticize me on. It's more just myself. I would like to just put the best
the best version of what you can put out.
Yeah, like the best version of what I can.
Yeah.
But I can't do that if
you don't.
I don't do it. If I don't like put that out.
Yeah. Are you? So what kind of content are you gonna put? Like, are you gonna go to like different restaurants or bars and be like, hey, this is like, what was your idea for the video stuff?
Basically, meeting with one person. That person's gonna take me to, let's say, 3 places. Sure. That's their like, what does Milwaukee mean to you in 3 places? That could be anywhere. It could be a park. It doesn't have to involve eating, drinking, but that's usually a big thing.
Sure.
So then I would just basically follow them for a time, for a day, or
and see what they like to do.
Days. Yep. So see the city through their eyes.
Cool.
Yep.
And I saw there was a video you kind of did that with somebody.
Kind of did. Yep. Yeah. I kind of did it. But that was just, I don't know, just drag. It was there, but it wasn't my entire vision. So.
Do you want them to be, because I am a video producer, that's my job, so I'm just asking a lot of questions about it. Do you want it to be shorter or long form? Like, would you want it to be like a 10-minute, 15-minute video, or would you rather have it like 3 minutes? Let's get this like quick and
my
out there.
first one was a longer video.
It was at Lakefront, right?
People kept saying you only want 1-minute videos. That's all people are going to watch.
On YouTube? I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, but 1 minute, what can you do in 1 minute?
Yeah.
And then I stopped there because I'm like, well, I can't tell a story.
Yeah, what can you do in a minute? Yeah.
I can't show a person in 1 minute.
Here they are. Here, we're going here. All right.
Yeah, bye.
We're done.
So then that stopped me, and then another person came, and they're like, who cares how long it is?
Yeah.
If people
go for it,
want to watch it, they'll watch it. You watch TV shows that are 30 minutes. So what's going to stop that?
Yeah. I mean, there's videos of 20 to 30 minutes of someone literally just sitting there talking to a camera.
Yeah.
So it's like, well,
I'm putting on makeup.
You could do whatever you want. Yeah. It's a free platform. Just go for it. Yeah.
So all last year it was more like I started and then, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Something is just like blocking me. Yeah. So then this year, that's my goal, is just put things out there. Just start creating, start just putting your vision into play, learn from your past one, make the next one better.
Yeah. I kind of had that, I don't want to call it a breakdown because it's so severe, but like it was more of like I'm just going to do something and I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just see what happens. And because so many projects of mine in the past have just not failed, or I just stopped doing them. Yeah. Because I'm just like, well, this isn't what I wanted to do, so I'm just going to stop it.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just like, well, what do I want to do? What would be fun for me to do?
Yeah.
And then I just start doing that.
Yeah.
That's the easier way to be consistent, I think.
And that too, for me, it was, I would get in my head and therefore it wouldn't be fun anymore.
Yeah.
So there was a moment, and it's kind of bled into this year of just, maybe winter blues or just not feeling inspired.
Yeah.
Posting because maybe I just feel like I need to post.
Yeah.
Not because I want to or because, so it got to a point later in last year, I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know where to turn. I don't know, like, what I do, like the things that I do, is it good enough? Are people even listening? People weren't really, because I didn't have the passion in it, it wasn't.
Yeah. And after a while, it kind of, it grinds you down and people can start to tell. They're like, wow, she doesn't like to do this anymore.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I went. And then therefore you're like, okay, well, what's wrong with me? My likes aren't there anymore.
Yeah. And then you get in that hole.
Not that likes matter, but sometimes
it has a weird effect.
Yeah. When, in the past, like you were going good, like you were going, but that was because I was enjoying it.
Yeah. And I mean, even the likes and stuff. And I was going to ask you about this, Instagram in general, because I was talking to Barb. Shout out to Barb, Miss Mashed Up.
Yes. Yeah.
She's a psychotherapist. We were talking about Instagram and stuff, and like, it's weird how likes affect you, And I took a month break or 2-month break from Instagram and all social media just because I felt like I was way too invested in how much people cared about what I was posting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to just stop for a while and do nothing. Because it is weird that you can go on Instagram and be like, oh my God, this account with like 100,000 followers like my photo. Oh, that's so dope. And that can like dictate your mood. It shouldn't do that.
No, it shouldn't. Nope.
How do you feel about Instagram though, generally?
It's been great. I mean, I love it. I never thought I would be a social media person.
Yeah.
It's opened so many doors for me. I've met so many people. It's amazing how much it can connect a person to another person.
Yeah.
So going to more specifically #MKE events with JMatt.
Yep.
Being able to, dude. I know.
Yeah, he's so nice.
I'm so lucky to have met him.
Yeah. We worked together at Kiss FM.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I trained him.
Really?
Yeah. You
made him.
I made him what he is today. So thank me, J-Matt. No, he's really like probably the coolest and most genuine guy. Like he just wants to support and be helpful. It's just cool. He's a nice guy.
Yes.
But anyways, go on.
But events like that you've been able to kind of step out of your phone.
Yeah.
And meet
these real people.
People, yeah.
Sure.
So the first one I went to, I went by myself.
Yeah, me too.
And I just like bellied up to the bar. I'm like, what else am I going to do? I don't even know JMatt. I don't know anyone.
I don't know anyone here.
So I had like a couple beers and then started talking to people. And then it got more and more. And these opportunities started coming like, oh, that's you. I've never met you. You've never been out. I'm like, no, this is my first time out.
Yeah.
And from that, I was able to just take off. Going to certain events in Milwaukee, meeting up with people and doing that. I'm grateful for that. So I think that social media is a great way to connect people.
Yeah. For those who don't know, #MKE is like a networking event here that is put on by Jeff, also known as JMatt, on the air, on the spinners. And it's just a bunch of people that come together and just a networking event. But so yeah, I mean it can definitely bring people together. I also have found that it can lead to like very false comparisons of your life and things like that. Do you feel like that at all? Do you feel like you get any negative? Because presumably you're on Instagram a lot. Yeah. So do you surf, like, do you ever find yourself like, oh man, that vacation in Greece, that looks so great. I wish I was there.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't follow many accounts that are, very luxury travel or just beautiful pictures. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes more specifically in their stories, it's like I wish I was there, but it's like okay, well that could be me. There's that like I can visualize myself there. Then they're doing their job by making you want to go. Yeah. I don't get envy or anything like that. It's more like someday, like yes, I would go there. You went to this place in Italy, definitely I could see myself going there. Yeah. I'm never brought down by Instagram or especially as a woman, if they're dressed a certain way or look a certain way. I'm never like, oh, I wish I looked like that, or I wish I could be her.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, anything like that. And I try with mine specifically too to just
be who you are.
Yeah, be who I am. Yeah. No filter. That's like a
#no filter.
Woke up like that. I don't know what's
you didn't pick one of them.
I don't know what that. Yeah. I've always just wanted to not even add filters to it. A lot of people do that to make their feed. I don't know, presets. Yeah. I'm trying to learn all this. Yeah.
Especially in photography, people do that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, but it's also just not me.
Yeah, you don't do that.
I would prefer my pictures to not have any.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just be as real as possible. That's kind of my thing. Yeah. To make people be like, okay, yeah, like sure, she's in.
To be more relatable.
Yeah. She's in this beautiful place, but.
Yeah.
Not her pictures are awful, but I could see myself there. I could take a picture like that.
Sure. Yeah. What was I going to ask? Oh yeah, because I was recently. It was a podcast about social media and its effects on like teens and stuff these days, and it is really bad. It's insane to have social media at 10 to 14. Like that is that is crazy to me. I didn't have a smartphone until I was in college. Like late college. So like to me it was like, well, it's not like do you have a partner or something or significant other? How do you think social media wise you're going to be with like if you have kids eventually or something with kids? Are you going to be like more strict? Are you going to be like, hey, you're 10, you can have an Instagram and Facebook? Are you not going to care?
No, my parents always just, when I grew up, the internet wasn't big or anything like that.
It wasn't really a choice.
And they didn't know anything about it anyways. But just even with as simple as music and TV and my parents just never filtered that. it was like, watch what you want. And then you'd watch something, it'd be a naughty part, and be like, oh, I feel so guilty.
Oh, no.
That would be me. Yeah, that would be me. So I would say no. I wouldn't filter anything.
Yeah.
Why do you need a social media at 10? Or why do you need an Instagram at 10? I don't know.
Kids have them, though.
I know.
It's crazy to me. Which is weird because you have to be, I think the age is like 13 or something to be on Instagram. But I don't know. It's so much easier to get bullied online, too. That's the thing. Yes. I think that it's so... And as a kid, like when your brain is developing and people are just like shitting on you all the time, like that's got to be terrible.
Well, yeah, and most of those are people that they know,
or
people that they go to school
more messed
with.
Up.
And
it's just crazy to me that like when I was watching that, I'm like, oh my God, like I can't even place myself as a 10-year-old with a social media account. I wouldn't even be sure what I would do with it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Posting ice cream pictures, or I don't know.